All by the previous owner, it's been maintained by him. It's not known whether it's permitted, and in fact, I would dare say, if Department of Transportation representatives could answer this, has it been permitted? Does it have a MHRB permit? Does it have a county encroachment permit? Because I know for a fact it does not have a county encroachment permit. With regard to access and use, I want him to use this building. Don't get me wrong. I just want him to use it right. Visit our hair salon through the beautiful McCallum House Gardens. I guess, you know, part of it is being a doctor, which is, the motto is, above all else, do no harm. Do no further harm on this. The encroachment and the illegal, unpermitted flower boxes that already exist, that's not before you here today. What's before you here today is to approve a further encroachment into county right-of-way, to approve a further taking of public property for private commercial use. I think that's wrong. I agree that the northern entrance is the one that ought to be used. We cannot compel him to use the building, but we do have demolition by neglect on the statutes in the town plan, although it's never been enforced. That'd be a novel approach. Person said that the step had changed because the county came in and paved the highway, paved the road. Well, actually, the county did not come in and pave the road. It was excavated underneath the south side of this building when the foundation was put in. So please understand that whatever problems the applicant has with the elevation of this south side are of their own creation, and it's not your job to try to fix them. He has full use, full fair return and value on his investment from a northerly entrance. He's perfectly free to continue the interior remodel of the building. And there's nothing that you're obliged to do other than to protect the county interest regarding liability, traffic and health and safety circulation and parking on already overwhelmingly congested thoroughfare in the town of Mendocino. So all I'm asking you to do is to overturn MHRB approval of this permit because MHRB did not have the authority to approve new non-historic development within the county right-of-way within the town of Mendocino. MHRB does not have that authority. They don't have that authority. They exceeded that authority, and when they exceeded that authority, it became incumbent upon you to correct the error of their ways. And that's really about as plainly as I can say it. Thank you for your consideration.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And now we move to the applicant.
I would just like to reiterate that this is not new development from the picture right here. The historic entrance to this building that sticks out into the street. As far as the accusation that there has been a planter box installed without a DOT or MHRB application, this planter box very well may predate the Mendocino Historical Review Board and also the encroachment that the county has. So I think that it definitely will not take any parking spots. It will not detract from the historic district, and I believe that you should uphold the Mendocino Historical Review Board's decision to let me put this entrance on the building. Thank you.
That concludes your presentation rebuttal?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Okay, now let's move to let's see, final staff remarks to Mr. Lynch. Maybe you could address several things in conjunction with DOT helping you out a little bit.
I can try. I would go back to the findings that are listed in the staff report as the required findings for approval of an MHRB project. The issue of the end use is not really the issue in front of you. It's the issue is the improvements consistent with those findings listed within the staff report. as I understand, and I don't have the history of this project, and I apologize for that, and the planner who does have that was supposed to be here today, but was stuck in an airport and couldn't get back last night. But it's my understanding that one of the areas of concern for the structure as it has been remodeled and the new foundation put underneath is that MHRB does have a standard for not revealing that concrete that you would see as the foundation, and they need to cover that up, be it through the extension of the siding material down lower or be it through a porch that the applicant is proposing to put on. So in some fashion, that has to be taken care of. I think DOT's comments still have validity, concerns about encroachment of the public right-of-way and use of the public right-of-way and liability, and I would defer to Howard to make a comment to that.
Thank you, Mr. Lynch. Mr. Howard.
Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen of the board, good afternoon. Howard DeShield, Department of Transportation. Kind of interesting, been sitting here listening today, learning a lot. Let me just preface this by saying I know Supervisor Pinches earlier had asked a question about fee title right away or prescriptive. Let me just talk a little bit in general for a second. Not so much about Mendocino or this project, but the Department of Transportation, our primary purpose is to get people around, connect with the whole transportation system. That means getting residences to businesses, and we're about connecting, and private property interfaces with the public right-of-way all the time. There are a lot of situations where a pre-existing encroachment that predates the standards that we now follow exists in the right-of-way, and the department works with that. I've got one myself. The entrance into my property here in Mendocino County is 100 years old, and it doesn't conform to current standards. But if I were to do something new, build something new, I'd have to come in, get permits, and bring everything up to current standard. When this project was first, the department found out about it, we found out about it at the hearing. I don't think from the drawings that were shown, whether it's the 36-inch drawing or the 42-inch drawing, there was really never a drawing done that showed the center of the road, the right-of-way, how it was going to be sited. I'm not even sure the Planning and Building Department knew how much of it was on private property or in the public right-of-way. I guess what I would say in general is that those streets are shown on a plat map, Supervisor Pinches. They might not have a deeded, written description, but they are dedicated to the county, so they're not prescriptive. The way the encroachments work is when we get a chance to look at something new, we just like to consider it with the applicant. We're flexible. We would try to work out a way to look at dimensions and